Hello there, everybody who watches Defiant, because I can't think of a name for them yet. Have you got any good ideas for a name? We're trying to come up with like a name for the fans, and the best I've got is Defiant verse. Millie McKenzie suggested Defiant Snakers, so is there any improvement on that?
No, that's shit. The Defendants?
The Defendants?
Sounds like the Avengers or something.
Yeah,
like
the Defies?
The Defies?
That's quite problematic,
Nah.
isn't it? Anyway, I'm joined here by Kaylee Ray, the one and only Kaylee effing Ray. I can't remember if I'm allowed to swear. Or not, who told me to bin off all my questions before I started, because you get asked the same ones all the time. So how did you get into wrestling?
Well, boyfriend's fiance, actually. Fiance got me into wrestling when we were like 15. Well, I met him when we were 15. He was training to be a wrestler, and I don't think I'd ever watched a day of wrestling in my entire life.
How tired are you of answering that question?
Not too much.
You lie, that's not what you said
I
upstairs.
keep it at a ratio that I like.
Okay, well, I've got something else for you then, right? If you ask anybody on a show, like what their favourite thing is, wrestlers will always say, right, free t-shirt, early finish, Kaylee Ray. You are literally the most popular person I have ever met in wrestling. So why is that?
No, I don't believe
Genuinely, that's true. Like, oh, it's Kaylee on, or like everybody. If you ask any female wrestler as well, who do you like or who do you look up to, they always say you. Not to put you on the spot or anything, or embarrass the people who said it. Why are you so popular?
You've made me go.
Oh, yeah, come on.
So, thank you guys. I feel loved now.
I saw you in TCW in Newcastle, something at the Riverside, like 4 years ago. It's ages ago.
A while ago, wasn't it?
I think it was 4 years ago.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm trying to think now.
Couldn't tell you what the match was.
15. I'd be lying if I could say.
But that was like 4 years ago, and you are still offensively young. So have you just been doing this forever now?
Well, since I was like 15, he was like wrestling, and I was like, it's wrestling, and then I went to wrestling, and I was like, okay, and then I went to training, and I was like, okay, and then just since that point, wrestling literally has consumed my life. So, and I wouldn't have it any other way. That is not a moan, because I am really happy with what I do. I love my job. So,
do you feel like one of the more, I don't say experienced, but experienced people on a show? Do you feel like you should be helping people, or you just do your own thing?
I feel like I do that. I feel like I'm one of these people, and sometimes I don't know if it comes across the wrong way, but people will be talking about a match, and if I'm in earshot, I'll think of something, and I'm like, ooh, and I really want to tell them, but then I don't know if it's rude to go and tell them.
Is there an etiquette for that?
I don't know, that's the thing. There'd be certain people that you'd be like, yeah, definitely not. They know their job, so they can just do that. But people that you work with and friends with quite a lot, I don't know, maybe some people would, so maybe that's why I'm a wee bit hesitant to do it sometimes. But there is certain times, I know people have asked me for advice in the past, so if I see them maybe plan a match again, I have an idea for them, it's maybe a wee bit more acceptable to just go, oh, I've got a wee idea for yous, but I think I always approach it like that, I've got a wee idea, if you don't want to use it, absolutely fine, and then just...
Gun to your head, the most experienced, biggest deal you know is sitting next to you and they're going through a really bad idea that you know won't work. Would you tap on the shoulder?
I don't think I could. I don't think, if they were what's my opinion, if they've done so much in their career, do you know what, hand on heart, there has been times I've been sitting backstage and I've heard somebody talking about something and been like, nah, I don't think it'll work, and it interests me, and I go and watch, and then it works, and they do it in a way that I never thought of. I'll see it in my head, and then they go out and do it, and I'm like, that actually really worked. So it's like a learning curve for me as well. I don't know, I went a wee bit off track there, but...
Getting back to the topic of actual wrestling, which we're doing, you've done everything now. You did the Mae Young Classic. Mm-hmm. You were the World of Sport. You are the World of Sport Women's Champion. Most importantly, you're former Defiant 2-time now. How many times have you been Defiant Women's Champion? Twice? Let's say twice.
Once, twice.
3 times. Yeah. We'll say twice. What is there? Let's go for that. Yeah. What else have you got to do? Have you got any solid aspirations? What more is there? You're in TNA as well. What more is there to achieve?
Done TNA, I've done Japan, go to America quite regularly. I've always set goals every year. The past few years, I feel like anything that I've even thought of has been available, and with a bit of hard work, it's came to light, and I've been able to go for that. So I would like to just keep doing this and see how far I can go. I've had the advantage of having choices in my career as well, so I am really happy with where I'm at. So,
what were your goals this year, if you don't mind me asking?
New companies mostly. I had done America, I had done Japan and Europe and stuff like that. So I wanted, like, again, a few of the companies I hadn't. Things like ROH never seemed like something that would be straight away available, but they got in contact with me. So that was something, and I don't know if that's through talking to certain people or the right people, but yeah, they got in contact with me, and I was really chuffed to be able to take part in their UK tour. So I ended up doing the full tour for them as well. So unfortunately, some of the girls couldn't make it, but I stepped in and got to do everything with them.
You lose.
So and I think I've more than achieved everything that I wanted to this year. Aye.
We've established you're everybody's third favourite thing on a wrestling show. What are your favourite things on a wrestling show? Other than a free t-shirt and an early finish, what do you want?
Right, okay, so I can't use them.
They're gone.
Getting to see a lot of people. Like, I'm not a very big social media person. I'm not very savvy. I know what I'm doing, I don't really like it, and I'm not one for sitting for hours messaging, but when I see yous, like, I would like to have conversations then and talk to people then, so getting to see people at shows is probably my main thing, and getting to work with different people as well. That's another one of my things. Like, I like creating new things, so yeah.
Well, that's all the questions I threw away and all the new ones that I got answered. So that went absolutely perfectly. Kaylee, thank you so much. Thanks, guys. Bye. Have we got a name for them yet? Defiant.
Defendants. I'm going with Defendants. Can you do a D? What's D that way?